Hi.
Hi.
So, welcome to your, first actual coaching session.
Thank you very much.
Last time we tried to establish a little bit what your problem was, what you wanted to reach, and you wanted to start saving money and going out less and
Yeah.
everything. So, sorry, I lost track. Well, this time we're going to help you to find a way to get into action and to actually make a plan for yourself so that you can reach your goals.
Okay.
This session will last, until you feel everything is clear.
Okay.
And we have enough time, so I think that won't be any problems. And yeah, as I already said, it will help you to get you on track to reach your goals. I hope it will get you motivated a little bit. And it will set your mind even more on reaching the goals that you want to reach.
Yeah. Okay.
So from what I remember, the desired outcome for you was that you wanted to save money every month, right? You wanted to save at least 50 euros every month to reach at a certain point to have like a backup of about 500 euros or something like this. This is what you said last time, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you already have a time frame in which you want to reach these goals?
Okay. Yeah. Well, if I save up from now and 50 euros a month, over 6 months I'll have 300 euros. So about a year's time, maybe.
All right. So,
maybe.
and do you feel that you are already ready to start with saving up these 50 euros a month? Do you think that you're going to be able to, starting from next month, be able to do that?
Yeah.
Because
I think if I have like a list of things that actually feed my urge to go and buy stuff or something and to avoid it, maybe.
All right. So that basically would mean that with a short-term goal, you could already start next month, right?
I think so.
You think so?
Okay.
Okay.
I think so. But
We have to create the right conditions, of course. Have you thought about what you would actually need to reach your goals?
A plan, like how much, and I need to find out my financial situation.
Okay.
As well?
So that means you need to make a plan for yourself about how much you have at your disposal for 1 month.
Yeah.
What your fixed costs are and everything.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, like I said, also just a list of things that I normally do and normally spend my money on.
Okay.
Maybe that would also help me, because then I'll be like, if I buy it,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll be like, oh crap, that was on the list, so
Okay.
I'm not allowed to buy it.
Yes. Okay. What do you think? What will be your biggest challenge or your biggest barriers that you will encounter in order to also make the plan and to really go through with what you planned?
My biggest barrier, I think, sale.
Sale.
Yes.
Okay.
Because then, if you go around in the city and you think like, I do need something or whatever, you go into the city, you go into a store, and then all of a sudden you see other stuff on sale. It's like, oh, maybe I can just get 3 of these because I need that too. So I think sale would be a big barrier.
Okay. Can you think of anything else except from the sales?
Most of all my urges that I need to get like the newest trends, or
All right.
that when I feel down I need to get something, or when
Mm-hmm.
I feel happy I have to get something. I think that would also be a big barrier for me, like between me and my goal.
All right. All right. What are your specific reasons that you want to save up money? Is it just, to have some money on the side in case you need it, or do you have specific plans what to do once you saved up money?
Well, I think my specific plan is the future,
All right.
because I am currently actually doing my driving lessons, and I want to have a car afterwards, of course, and I think that would be my first step in getting like something big.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's okay. So it's basically for you to have some on your side and to be able to get something big in the future. Also.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What would you say that you are good at when it comes to saving money, or are there any aspects that you already think, oh yeah, that's something that I can handle really easy for myself?
For now, that I can actually. Sometimes I do think about if I need it or not. Sometimes. So, yeah, if it's not on sale and it costs too much, then I can leave it.
Okay.
No problem. Going out to restaurants, these days I am going less and less.
All right.
Because I actually do think of how healthy I have to eat now. So I don't go as much to wherever. Because if you go to restaurants, then you never know what they put in it.
Yeah, that's true.
And like even if you have like, I don't know, a vegetable soup or something, they probably put a whole bunch of salt in it. So that also constrains me from doing something like going
All
out
right.
to eat.
So you already found an angle in which you could start easily to save up some, or more easy than others to save up some money by not going out to eat anymore. So
Yeah.
you basically discovered cooking for yourself.
Yes.
Well, do you feel that since we last talked that you changed anything? Your mindset changed? Are you like more motivated or more ready now to tackle your problems?
Yes, because I know that once I have a plan, I will be able to achieve the goal that I want to. And it does motivate me because then if I know that I will achieve it, like I will be able to get a car, that's also pretty cool. I mean, like having your own car.
Of course.
So yes, I am more motivated the last time that we talked that I can actually do it.
Okay, that's
and
nice.
think
So
about what I
your mindset is in the right direction already. You
Yes.
feel ready to
Get this thing going.
get the thing going. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Well, then we are also going to the next step, and what we're going to do next is try to create a plan for you on how to save money. What you said, to see what your expenses are, what your bills are, and how much money you got at your disposal.
Okay.
What would be your first step in making such a plan?
I think seeing how much money comes in and how much money goes out.
All right,
So
so
the
checking your
fixed
fixed costs and your fixed income.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you think of anything else, maybe?
Mm,
Or rather, how would you assess this? Would you like to put it in writing, or is
Yes.
it just something that?
black and white always helps, so I can put it on the door, or
Yeah.
before I go out the door, I can bump into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the list, like what I said, the list of urges that I have.
Yes.
Let's say not going to the city for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at sales. Yeah, I think stuff like that. If I don't, basically at the top of the list would be like, if you don't need it, don't buy it.
Okay.
Also just looking through my stuff, what I actually have already, because sometimes I would, I would be at home and I would put clothes on and stuff, and then I wouldn't really look about what I have, like what kind of shirts and what kind of shoes and da da da. And then I go to the city and then I see it and something that I really like, and I buy it, but then I come home and then it's like it's kind of similar to each other. So yeah, maybe just like at the top of the list, if you don't need it, don't buy it, and also if you already have it, also don't buy it.
Makes sense. Well, what I understand from that is that you really need to make yourself aware of what your urges, as you call them, are when it comes to shopping, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you anyone who can help you with that, like especially maybe with making the financial plan and also with discovering where these urges come from?
I think with the urge list, my friends,
All right.
because those are the people who I always go with to the city, and then I buy stuff from.
So they've seen how
They've
it is.
seen it, yes, and I just buy like unnecessary stuff, and I think that's who can actually help me by maybe going to the city with her and then just letting me free, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then she can actually take notes or whatever and be like, okay, this is what she does, that's what she does, and stuff like that.
Okay.
I can be called out on it. So.
Okay. So that would mean that even things that are not present in your mind right now,
Yeah.
so that someone you think that they would be able to see it and to make you aware of it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything? Anyone who can help you with putting a financial plan together?
Like I said in the intake, maybe my little brother.
Your little brother, yeah, because what was it again? He was good with money, right?
Yeah, he's good with saving money because he doesn't have that much money at his disposal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the opposite, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So maybe him.
All right.
Yeah, I could ask him.
Can you think of anyone else? Because I don't know. Or is your brother like? Do you speak often to him? Is he someone
we
that?
live together.
Oh, you live together.
Yeah.
All right. So he would be someone who is always there to also remind you of, hey, come on, you gotta save some money now.
Yeah.
All right.
I could also ask my mom. Maybe,
Okay.
Because she's always like saving money every month.
Mm-hmm. So she already mastered the skill.
Yes. Because every time I went with her to this, I never really liked going to the city with her because she would be like, "Do you need it?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, "Yes," but then I would kind of like a little lie. It's okay.
Okay. Let me see. Did you already try any of this? Has anything already worked for you when you tried to save money earlier before you started seeing me?
I have tried it for 1 month.
What exactly?
Not going to the city.
Not going. Okay. And how did that work out for you?
Pretty well. I actually got more than 50 euros left over at the end of the month.
All right.
But I think the month afterwards, what happened was that I went more to the city with my friend.
All right.
So.
What do you think would happen if you would do that again? Now, do you think that you would come out with the same result, so that you would just spend the saved up money the next month, or do you think that you could improve on that?
I think if I actually make her aware of what I'm doing, I think she would also help me with just not going to the city and saving money as well. Well, I save money if I don't go to the city. So.
Yeah, of course.
If I say that I want to go to the city, then if she's aware, then she'll probably help me and like.
Okay, so she could be like a little bit like a moral compass in this kind of way.
Yeah.
All right, that's something. That's good if you have someone like that. What do you think will be most challenging for you when it comes to putting your plans into action?
Not listening to other people, because what if my friends do want to go to the city, and I think it will be very hard for me to say no.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that would be the most challenging.
Okay.
Saying no.
And what advice would you give a friend who has this exact same problem than you have, like that he's not able or she's not able to say I'm not going to come with you to the city? What advice would you give him or her?
I would say think about what you already have at home.
Mm-hmm.
And how much money you could save if you didn't go to the city.
Okay. Do you feel that you would be able to go into the city without buying anything, actually? If your friends, for example, need to go to shop or something, and then you just tag along without actually spending money?
I think that would be in like the far future.
The far future.
That
So,
I would be completely
right.
okay with it.
All right.
Because I've had once that I forgot my wallet at home. It's really stupid, but I forgot my wallet at home, and I was with my friends in the city, and they were all like, well, my friend, she was shopping, and I was just like, oh, that's nice, and then I would be like, oh, I don't have money. So I felt kind of like depressed, kind of, that I couldn't get it. And then I came home, and then I thought of all the things that I could have bought, and then I went to the next day.
All right. So you feel that if you go to the city, you're not ready to not spend money yet. So
Yeah.
you really need to avoid that part. All right. Well, what could you do right now to start your whole plans, to put it in action? What could you do?
I think I would start by telling my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Telling my little brother, or asking my little brother, sorry, and making an urge list, because I think the urges are more important than actually seeing my financial plan right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I need to find out like what actually triggers it and stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think in that order, like first my friends, then my urge list, and then my little brother
All right.
or my mom, of course.
Who could you contact to get the start with your urge list, for example?
I think also my friend.
Also your friends.
Yeah.
So again, it's gonna be something that she has to observe you
Yeah.
during.
She has to do a lot.
Yeah. Well, do you think that it will be possible with that person? Do you think that your friends will be ready to support you in that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they also want to do something, I would also support them, and that's just how we work. So I think if I actually ask her, and it's like quite important because next year we have to go on our internship, and we need money for that.
Yes.
I need money for that. So I think she would be like 100% behind me.
Okay.
So,
And what specifically would you ask of your friend to do then for you?
if we could go a day, like on a Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
to the city and just see what I do, like if I'm not aware of what I do, and just make myself aware of it and see if she has any more input than to what I'm already aware of.
All right. Would you feel more satisfied if we would lay out the plans for you in writing and just put everything in black and white?
Yeah, especially the urge list, and I think once I have both of the lists beside each other, the financial plan and the urge list, I think it will all calm me down more, I think.
All right.
And then I would also know what to do, and I would also be motivated more to do it, because then I'm aware. Of course.
Okay. What else comes to mind for me is once you do this financial list, I mean, you still have to spend money, right? So what would be your way to keep track of how much and on what you spend your money?
Well, just how do you call that? One of those charts that you can write it down. Like
An
a
Excel-
financial book.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. These accounting books, right?
Yeah, accounting
Mhm.
books. Yeah, that maybe I set a goal for myself, like 50 euros a week,
Mm-hmm.
and then just get it out of the ATM and just leave my card at home.
Okay.
And then I just have 50 euros with me all the time, and then I'm not allowed to take money out until the end of that week again. And then with those 50 euros, I write down what I get with it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
All right. Well, there's some people also what they do, they just take the receipts all the time and just write that down. Do you think that would be an option for you to just collect the receipts and you can see on how much you spend on your groceries, for example, or
Yeah,
Okay.
that would work too.
that will work too. Okay. Well then now on a scale from 1 to 10, how motivated are you to begin with everything?
Right now, I think it is. I think a 9 actually.
A 9. So it's improved
Yes.
to last time because that was you were struggling with 8 or 9.
Yeah. No, it's a 9 definitely.
How come that your motivation went up like this?
Because now it feels like it's more serious.
All right.
I'm actually getting the plans. I'm getting written down on black and white, and if it's official, if it's on black and white for me, so I think that would be really good to
All right.
have. And
Well, I think so far concerning what we want to do, how we want to do it, I think we've covered everything. That's how I feel. If I don't know if you have something that you would like to add maybe to that. Is it something else that you want to share or that came to your mind or so?
Not at this moment. I think everything is relying on the plans.
So
At the
you
moment.
feel like we've covered most of what we can cover for now.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Then, if that's okay with you, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about the session, just also for me to get a feedback on how you feel, how everything's doing.
Okay.
Well, first of all, how satisfied are you with the session right now?
I got everything out of it what I wanted for now.
For now.
Because I have plans on how to tackle my
Mm-hmm.
my goal, sorry. And I think it will really help and up until now. And if something else comes, I think I can come to you as well and discuss it.
Okay. Do you feel like you have received enough advice? Have I been specific enough?
Yes.
Do you feel you're on the right track?
Especially with the accounting book. I wouldn't have thought of that too. So I think that was a really good idea.
All right.
And just going through every problem and every plan that I do need to make, I think that was a good idea to do, and you did it very well.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything you would like to add? Does anything come to mind in form of feedback for me, maybe? Something you didn't like, maybe, or so?
No.
Just if anything comes to mind.
No, not exactly. No. We talked about the intake first, and that kind of brought everything back.
All right.
And yeah, what I actually wanted to achieve, and yeah, I think you did it very well.
Okay. Now just to conclude the feedback, I have a couple of questions here I have prepared, and I would just like you to give just a short answer, for me, you know.
Okay.
What did you miss in this coaching conversation?
What did I miss? Well, I think, just because I'm very motivated to do it, I'm missing the plans, but I just have to settle my urge for that and just wait until I actually can and am able to do it. Mm-hmm. So, but I think that's the only thing that is missing right now.
Okay.
So.
What would you like us to keep on doing in the next conversations?
I think asking how it's going and just maybe also keep track of how it's going.
Mm-hmm.
And if there is anything that you also see, that it also gets mentioned and stuff.
All right. So would you like me to also keep track of how much you saved? I can ask you out of the sessions, how much did you manage to save? How much did you spend? Would you like me to do that also as a support, or would you like to do that, to manage that on your own?
I think the first 2 months, maybe.
First
2-3 months, just to make sure that it's going all right, because 60 days is quite a lot. So yeah, maybe just like that, just
in the beginning to give you a little push in the right direction.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I'm old enough, I should be able to do this, but just
well, there's nothing wrong with asking for help, so
that's true.
Is there something that you would like to be changed in the next session? Something that you didn't like, or anything?
Changed? No, I don't think so. I think just like what I said, just make sure that everything's going in the right direction.
All right. Then my last question for you today is, what was the most useful insight for you that you gained today?
I think the book, the accounting book, and also the urge list and the financial plan, who I can actually contact to help me. Yeah, they were all very insightful advice, what you could have given me, and couldn't have asked for more. I think.
I'm glad to hear that. Then at least I know that my work here means something and does something. Yeah, just to wrap it all up. So you're gonna come up with your plan. Do you already know when you would be able to have these in writing? How fast can you, for example, make the financial plan with your brother?
Because now it's the end of the month, I think it's easier to make it. So maybe next week.
So you think you could have it ready next week already?
Yes.
All right. And your urge list?
Ooh. I think over 2 weeks with the urge list, so then I can actually see on different days, maybe if I'm in different moods.
All right.
Then I can do it in 2 weeks. That I'd have it done.
And of course, your friends need to have time, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so then when would you like us to schedule the next conversation?
I think then we should do in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks?
Yes.
All right.
Then I have both plans planned out.
That sounds good to me. So then next time, in 2 weeks, we're gonna have a look at your plan.
Yeah.
Just for me also to get some detail to see how it goes. And yeah, you can already start a little bit. Maybe we see if in 2 weeks you already saved up a little money.
Yeah, Yes.
So then I would say we see each other in 2 weeks,
Yes.
and good luck with all your goals till then.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.